you know.
Yeah.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Mark Our Words podcast, the official podcast of YouTube. Okay, I thought you was going. What's good with you, Jeff?
Man, life is good, man.
Life is good. What is good about life? It's dark outside. We are recording at nighttime again.
Yes,
this is previously recorded. We are not here, but we're here for you.
Yes, sir.
We're here, and
I'm not here for y'all, but
yeah,
you might be here for them.
no, I'm saying like we're here as in like the episodes, even though we're not here in the physical time.
Okay.
We don't know what's going on in the world right now. Right now, it's Martin Luther King Day.
Shout out to Martin Luther King.
To y'all, it's February, potentially.
What is your favorite Martin Luther King moment?
Please. Please.
Shout out to Martin Luther King.
His life is, as much as we champion it, and as much as he is to be adorned in some fashion in our American history, it's a sad story. Because he said it a whole bunch of times. I'm not trying to be a martyr. I'm not trying to...
I ain't trying to die.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm trying to like show y'all shame and see like there's a better life for all of us. So that's why I'm like, man. They actually unveiled. I don't know if you've been online. Martin Luther King statue in Boston. It's called the Embrace, to where, I think he's hugging Coretta or something like that. But the angles of the statue looks crazy. Really? Maybe I can show it to you in real time. Like it looks.
You think?
It looks disturbing.
You think B. Simone
like
celebrates Martin Luther King?
Like for example, this is one angle of the statue.
What the heck? I don't even get this. What is he holding?
He's holding. I think it's supposed to be a shoulder.
Why are you holding his shoulder?
Like
I thought it was a hug.
Yeah, I don't know what they was trying. See, this is the problem.
Wait, there's no face.
No, it's just arms. It's just arms. That's the statue.
And they call this the Martin Luther King statue?
They call it the Embrace.
Why even say it's Martin Luther King?
Because it's Martin Luther King. You see it? For him.
Yeah.
So basically you ain't liking it. Basically the idea that they was trying to give is that you stand in the middle of the statue, and it's supposed to be as if he's hugging you. I could have
gave those two people heads.
Oh, you thought you should just give them like heads?
Yeah, give them a head. I mean, I guess it's hard to. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe it's hard to make a big old head like that, but you already made the hands.
Was that statue needed? The hands is there. There's hands on this other angle.
Yeah, they got the hands.
But I'm just like, I don't think a statue was needed. I think make it. I don't know. Make a plaque, like you know what I mean. But nah, man. But one thing I want to talk about for everybody, it should be the month of February for y'all, and
Black History Month.
Okay.
Who's your favorite Black history person?
My mama.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick one.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go with Oprah. Nah.
You always go Oprah.
Yeah, you're right.
That already lets me know you don't know no Black history, because every year for the past 2 years we had this podcast. You said Oprah. You don't give Gail no type of love, no Stedman. You ain't giving Meg the Stallion none, you know, after everything she's been through and things like that.
Gorilla. Yo, she making headway. Nah, not Gorilla. Rhapsody don't get enough credit.
She get credit in my playlist.
So I'm gonna go with Rhapsody.
In my playlist, I got a couple songs off of Rhapsody where she was amazing.
No, I take that back. I'm going with
wow, you
Robert Glasper.
She gets no respect.
I'm sorry. If I'm going with a musician, I'm going to go with somebody I really do want. Robert Glasper.
Are you trying to see him this year?
I want to. He had residency in New York, I believe.
Yeah, I think he might do it again this year.
No, then I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going. The one I wanted to go see was him and
Thundercat.
Thundercat.
I'm just trying to.
Okay. Let me know. How do I look at my do-rag? How do you be having them?
Overcast is one of my favorite artists.
What? Really?
He's one of my favorite artists.
Better than Tank?
Better than Tank, yeah. Because Tank is like one of my favorite R&B artists.
Okay, R&B's not up there in your list. You like gangster rap?
Not no more. Because Snoop Dogg don't make it no more. So I'm not really with these.
You want to be an OG, so
I'm not. I really don't know what the generation after me is rapping about today. Like I'm not hip to. I mean, I'm hip to what Gunna and then Young Thug and everybody else is saying, but anybody in my area, no, I'm not hip to it.
That's fair.
But no, I like Thundercat. But no, I'm going up to see him. I'm trying to get back into the music game. In the sense of going to see live music, getting inspired. Maybe that's a question I should ask. Maybe we take it a different direction dependent.
I like where it's going.
Who inspires you or what inspires you these days? And guess what? It doesn't have to be deep. Because before like you go, I don't want you to say, you know what, Oprah inspires me, things like that. Like, I think that's what helped was I'm lacking some inspiration. You get what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So I'm like, do you have to be inspired? Like, do you have a daily inspiration that you look forward to, or do you just be?
Oh, yeah. I want to say I'm inspired. I don't know if I'm Yeah, I was going to be fake deep.
You was. I caught you. I was like, please.
All right. It might still sound like I'm being fake deep, but I think my belief in Jesus, I think that is probably the most inspiring, because there's a lot of times where I'm just thinking to myself, bro, I'm too dumb to be in this position.
Really?
I'm like, yo, thank you so much. And then also it's kind of like I have to make it so I can give back to other people.
So Jesus did a little affirmative action for
okay. high key. I feel like if I was in any situation, I would not be here. I think even certain decisions or certain things that happen in my life or people that he introduced me to really changed the trajectory of where I was going.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
I was listening to a Kelly Stamps. Well, not listening. I was watching a Kelly Stamps.
Kelly Stamps. How's she doing?
She's doing good as far as I know. She booked a flight to Japan as far as I know.
That's
the last video I seen of her.
Kelly, come on the pod.
No, I really want to have Kelly Stamps on.
Kelly, come on the pod. Come on. You living life. What, you making millions of dollars, and you don't have to do this for money.
And Chen knew about Kelly Stamps before I did.
I knew about you when you was living in New York.
I didn't know nothing about Kelly Stamps until like last year. Really.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like I wasn't hip at all.
You a big fan? You a big fan?
Oh yeah, like I watch all her recent videos except for the last two. I didn't get a chance to watch. But one thing that she said was, like, she kind of lost her way because she was making so much money. And it's kind of like
that's such a good problem to have. I lost my way. I was making so much money.
No, because like it's funny because like it's like you may not be a greedy person until you start making money.
Yeah.
So I think like once she started making money, and I'm getting back to your point how it's gonna link to your inspiration, was that she was talking about her religion, her being a Christian as well.
Interesting.
And things like that, and how she didn't want to. At first, she didn't want to put it out there because of sponsors and brand deals, but she's like, I don't care no more. Like, I'm back to doing YouTube for fun, besides like doing it for like trying, because she had this idea of like, I need 1 million subscribers. I need 1 million subscribers, but she realized that was like greedy, and she was doing things for that, like moving to these major cities that she really had no connection with anymore, and that she's back to like doing what she wanted to do, to the point where she's like, you know what? I'm going to go to school because I need some structure, and I'm just going to go back to doing what I love to do and make videos what I love to make videos about. And if the brands don't want to deal with me, then they don't have to deal with me. I'm going to say no to certain brand deals anyway and just deal with the ones that's loyal to me and things like that. And I'm just like, that's a beneficial place to be in. Of course, it takes you having some type of success so you can have access to that type of lifestyle and things like that.
What they call it, FU money?
Yeah, basically. Like she made it enough money, at least for her life right now at her current moment, because she's not even 30 yet.
Jeez.
I think she's still like mid-20s, maybe. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, that's very inspiring.
That is inspiring, actually.
But for me, Jesus is not my inspiration. as yours.
Heathen.
A little bit. Just just a I don't know if I'm inspired, and that's why I asked. There's things that I really want, but I don't know if that inspires me.
Does music still inspire you?
I love music.
But you want to say it's inspiration?
No, it's not inspiration to me.
Sports. People in sports. Like, somebody overcoming in sports.
No.
Huh.
No. Like, I'm very, that's what it's like. It's very hard. Like,
I got it.
Okay.
Houses. When you go see those houses, or
at one point, but that will.
That's moments.
It's kind of. It's not even that. I feel like it's out of my principles.
Okay.
It's hard for me to say, or it may seem wrong to say, money inspires me, because I'm only trying to get money to open up an access of life that I want, like a security blanket, basically like the FU money that term you brought up and things like that. Like when I see these houses, I think of stability more than I think of like I just want this house just to have this house.
I see.
Like I'm not thinking like, oh, I need like 1, 2, 3, 7 houses and then I need like 7 cars. I think of my life and I'm just like, it would be nice to be like really stable to the point where you can be like, F you money. You get what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to think about it. Now, it's not that I'm not stable now, but you know, it's kind of like a you probably haven't had it, but like, have you ever had? Well, you ever had this problem? You ever had like you walk by something and then it just wiggles a little bit. You just got to tighten it a little bit. It's like it's not broken, but you just got a little screw loose. Yeah, that's just how I view my life. It's just like, oh, like I actually was doing something in the kitchen, and I opened up the cabinet, and the cabinet door was kind of loose, and I want to get my screwdriver, and I just tighten it. That's just how I view my life. I'm like, oh, it's just some things that just need to be tightened a little bit. It's not broken. It's not things like that.
You don't have to remodel the whole kitchen.
No, it's just like, oh, I just got to tighten this cabinet.
Interesting.
I need to get back to seeing those houses, though.
Because it was inspirational?
It felt good seeing those houses.
Maybe that's inspirational.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, what was the, I don't know if you told me or I read this somewhere, but people said that what helped that particular person, people said, this person said that what helped that particular person was like seeing the car that he wanted to drive. And so he would go to like the dealership, ask to see the car, sit in it, smell it, sometimes test drive it. He would go to these houses that he wanted to buy, walk around it, and imagine his life in these houses. Which then, when he went back home, it gave him something real to actually aspire to. So when he's building his business or he's building whatever he was doing or working on his career, he was like, this is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be driving this type of car. I wanted to be living in this type of home. I need to do what I need to do now so in the future I could do that.
That makes sense.
Maybe you're that type of person where you need to look around and see, oh, this is real.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it, and maybe some things is like you said. I'm just coming off vacation myself.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get back to the flow of things, and sometimes you just have to. I'm at a point in my life, and a lot of people can attest to this, to where you know what you're doing will work. Like you know it, you see it, but it's like it's not just working at the time you want it to work. But it's like you just keep pressing it. Like there's this recipe that I just learned to cook.
What's it called?
And it was some oh my goodness, I just made it this past Friday. It was this type of like honey garlic butter shrimp, but it's the way they made it, like with cornstarch and things like that. It was just weird, right? The first time I made it, it was not good.
So you gotta go 3-4 times.
Right. I made it 5 times. You get what I'm saying? The ingredients didn't change in this of what was needed to complete the meal. It's just like the love. It's just like, okay, this may need just a little bit more paprika, or paprika's you really can't taste paprika, but
thank you.
Like
paprika's fake.
No. It's not
fake
okay.
ingredient. Son.
Okay.
People be saying add paprika for color. What?
No, that's real though. You do need it for coloring. You need it for coloring.
Why would I just get red dye?
Why would you want to eat dye?
Why would I want to eat fake spice?
It's a real herb. It's
not. It's just all the fake chill. It's all the mild what they call it, peppers, crushed up, and then they give you. Paprika is not a real thing. It's not a flower. It's not. It's nothing. I looked it up. It's not a real spice. It's just all the other peppers that are not as hot as the real peppers, and they give it all in one. It's the hot dogs of spices.
What? I like
paprika's fake. Okay. All right, but I'm gonna let you.
If
finish.
You was to make so you telling me if
I use it all the time.
If I was to bring my lady over here,
I use it all the time.
Okay, thank you. Don't give it no ashy grilled chicken.
But it's fake. It's fake. You use it just to see.
It's the parsley of season.
No, parsley tastes good.
Fresh parsley, not parsley flakes. Fresh parsley.
Both.
No, I can't taste the parsley flakes. Real parsley. Real parsley. Yes.
Both. You can smell the parsley when you open that little joint.
I didn't know you was this passionate about paprika.
I was telling my girl. My girl was like, "Add some paprika." It's like, for what?
You ain't gonna taste it.
I'm like, she like, give it a little
smoked paprika.
Oh no, smoked paprika is a real.
It has a taste.
Smoked paprika is real. Add just 1/4 a teaspoon of that joint. Smoked paprika is real.
You ain't doing tablespoons. You ain't doing tablespoons of smoked paprika.
You over here eating some chicken.
My man said smoked paprika is real.
Smoked paprika.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that everybody did this turn into a cooking channel, but yeah, but it's like, but no, it's just hard to get inspired because what happens is you get older.
Yeah.
And when you get older, it's hard to take that mental clock out the back of your mind.
Yeah.
At 25, it's easy to think, oh, I can have this car, I can have this house, I can have this job, I can have this life. Then you be 35 and you kind of like, ooh, it didn't happen for 10 years when I thought about this 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Another 10 years, I'm 45. So I think at this point, it's not that I'm scared of anything, but it's kind of like, I need something that works. Like you start investing into like for sure results.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I may not want to sit in that Jaguar. I may need to sit in a Toyota. You get what I'm saying? I may need to sit in a Lexus. Lexus may be my line. You know what I mean?
But do you fear that might limit you? Because one thing I'm thinking about.
What's wrong with limits though? But go ahead though. Because
one thing I'm thinking about is that, I said Jesus, which is very true. But I'm also thinking about even the way I'm structuring my life. Like my little sis, I started asking her career advice. Because the way she's climbing up the ranks in her job inspires me to take my career more seriously. I also have a mentee who's like 10 years younger than me.
You actually have somebody that you're mentoring.
Yeah.
In code?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So I have a mentee. He's actually going through a program now, and so I'm working with him. I'm getting people from different different parts of the industry, tech industry. Some are recruiters, some are PMs, and I'm bringing them along to talk to him. But the weird thing is, we have certain conversations where it's an inspiration for me, not just him. Like there's things that he talks about, things that he does, or things that he's working on that I'm like, oh, I need to also work on that. I also need to perfect that. And it's a refreshing reminder that, yeah, even though I'm getting older, there's still things that you could dream about, or there's still things that you could work on. And I'm finding out that I don't really get that from older people as much, because I feel like what happens is they start to be like, okay, what's realistic versus like, someone in their 20s or someone in their,
an old person was once young though.
Yeah, but a lot of old people don't ever get to the point where they wanted to when they were younger. Okay. Usually it's the young people who get to like, oh yeah, I'm living my dreams. That's like, you could do anything. You could do anything.
But even that's a minuscule number. That's not all young people.
Exactly. So, but what you find out with young people, they haven't lived that life. That's why so many do greatest inventions. Yeah. Not all of them. Some of them are happening from older people. The greatest inventions or the greatest artists or all these, the biggest artists or whatnot, they really pop off in their 20s.
Facts.
Because they have no limitations. There's like, I'm gonna just try. Now, maybe that's skewed because that's the only people we see. I mean, there's a lot of 20-year-olds that tried the same thing and failed, right?
And they become our parents and have these limitations, possibly.
And a lot of these parents do well for themselves, right? So it's not like that's terrible. But when we talk about inspiration, I guess my thought is always moving or pushing past what you think is possible.
Yeah, like with me, I think that's where that's why I say what's wrong with limits, because I think at certain times limitations does help in some fashions.
It's responsible.
Yeah, because it's like with me, when I think of inspiration, I need something that I can see and touch. Like, even though you gave the example of a car and a house, it's more like, oh, okay. That's why they say, like, watch who your group of friends are, because like you can look and see each other's lives. You have a more interpersonal view of their life. And you be like, oh, my boy's doing this, my boy's doing that, my boy's doing that.
You do the same.
It's motivating, because in order for this group to stay intact, like, we all gotta be successful in our own right. You get what I'm saying? And some factors, or you don't want to be so far behind. I actually was watching this show. I actually was watching Bernie Mac show, right? And it was an episode with Don Cheadle on there, my favorite episode, to where Bernie Mac uncle died in the episode, and he went up there to pay his respects. And when he went to meet up with his cousin, who was Don Cheadle, this is Bernie Mac first time being home as Bernie Mac in the show.
Okay.
So like people see him as the big money guy.
Hell yeah.
And the thing about it is, you don't want to be that friend that's surrounded by successful friends, and now you became the I got an idea guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, I got an idea. We should open up a comedy club. You know what I mean? And we call it Busting Guts. Basically, like, bust a gut. Like, that's basically what Don Cheadle said in the show. And I'm like, that's what happens. I never known you to have an idea the whole time while we was young and we was working and grinding. But now since I got money and I got access, now all of a sudden you got ideas and stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, when I think of inspiration, I think of it got to be something I can touch, that I can see, that's real. It just can't be as vague as I need $1 million or like I need this big house. I see everybody on my timeline, at least, and maybe I got the wrong timeline, that inspires or aspire to these positions and these, in my eyes, materialistic things in life. And I'm just like, I'm not saying I'm not materialistic, but for my materialism, there's a meaning behind it for me. And I can't speak for everybody else. There may be a meaning for them too. I'm not a designer guy. I'm not into these name brands. But when I do think of a house and the house that I want and the security that it gives, I'm like, oh, I need this house to secure my family's future and things like that. So like there could be a peace of mind on the family. So my wife can work if she wants to. You get what I'm saying? So the kids.
Or you could work if you want to.
If that, I like working though. So I'm.
Oh, okay.
So my
manly man.
Yeah, cause my big fear. Put like this: if I retire, I gotta retire before 60. If I start working completely, cause my fear is that like I work for so long that the minute I start working, I die and stuff like that. You hear about those stories about like, yo, man, the thing that kept him going was getting up, going to work every day.
That's true. 2
years later, he gone. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I gotta have this house. So like, cause that could be better for my wife. That could be better for me. Somebody could be home. We could raise our kids. The kids see a 2-parent household. Oh, okay. I see how marriages are today around me. Okay, I need that separate condo. I need space.
I need a second girlfriend.
On Thursday. It's just little things that I'm like, oh, I see what happens. I see what's going on around me. Yeah. Okay, it seems good. Oh, we do need to plan. We do need to get serious about planning a guy's trip, a friend's trip, because I see what's going on around me of how like guys in their 30s, the older you already know, the older we get, the more we go get further apart from each other. That's right. And then 30, it's a hard time.
I wish our friends would do guys trips. I feel like you're the only one down.
I actually was going to text you and say, do you want to go to Chicago this summer?
Yeah, let's do it.
And stuff like that. So it's just like, it's just those type of things because I see guys around me at this age. Because your late 20s to 30s is supposed to be the grind years and things like that for a guy. So it can be a very isolating time in your life.
It can.
And you need friends to decompress. You need guy friends that understand you.
Yeah.
If you're a woman, you need female friends. You need woman friends that understand.
Women are
you.
usually good with that.
Exactly. So y'all very open and y'all better than us men.
Girls will go on a girls trip with girls they don't even know. It's like I met this girl at a cafe once. She invited me to a girls trip.
Exactly. And like for
now she got new homegirls.
My girl went out with your girl.
Yeah.
And they did I think yoga. Yeah, they did yoga together.
Yeah.
And my girl was excited to hang out with someone and to be of service of someone who family doesn't live here in Baltimore as well. Because she's like, my family's in Southern Maryland, so it's good to have somebody that the things like that. She put pressure on you. She was like, hopefully he is around and things like that because I like her. And I was like, well, did you date her? Like you know what I mean? It just is what it is. But it's just how easy to where guys, it's just like, for inspiration, I need things that I can see and touch. Because that is how I'm not the type to touch the stove to know that it's hot. I see y'all mistakes, and I'm like, okay, no, yes, condo in the city. No, guys trip, yes. Okay, I need to never put my career above my marriage. Okay, bet. Boom. It's I view it from a technical aspect.
Prenup.
Oh, 2 of them. But no, I am getting a prenup though. But after a certain amount of years, I'll
annul it.
I ain't gonna say annul it. I just make it. You know what I mean?
Revise it.
I just think like
add an amendment.
I just think like every 10 years. You know what I mean? Like it's something for you.
More money right now.
So, but I don't know. Like I'm just trying to. And truth be told, people failures inspire me more than like people's successes. So like I look at my, I don't know what it is. It just is. This ain't gonna seem crazy to say. My dad is not a failure, but I saw how he lived his life, and I'm just like I can't.
No, that's fair.
I can't go out like that. And how he went out was honorable. But it's like, he wouldn't want me to go out like that. You get what I'm saying?
And sometimes your parents, because they didn't know, went through that. And it's like, they didn't know that. And they probably did better than their parents. My fault. They probably did better than their parents. But there was other things that they didn't know about when they got to certain levels in life that they just wasn't aware of. Whereas now you are aware of it, and I am aware of it. Like, certain health things I'm more conscious of because I saw how my mother lived and, with certain injuries. I'm like, oh, man, that's, walking with a limp or, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Also, back issues, surgeries, all these different things, which made me more conscious of like, okay, I need to do what I need to do now. I'm not going to be lifting wild weight because I ain't trying to have back pain. But I'm also not just going to be sitting around because I don't want back pain. So it's like, our parents did not know that, right? Like, they didn't know, okay, don't work out too much, or you need to work out so you don't live a limited life later on in life. But I think that's like you said, we try to do better than our parents. Our parents want us to do better too. Yeah. But it doesn't make them less of a failure. It means that they push the bar at this level.
They already passed the bar.
They want you to go above them.
Yeah, they passed their parents, and we just try and pass them. I guess what I'm trying to say as we get close to the end of this episode, I think Kelly Stamps inspires me.
Oh, shout out to Kelly. Yo, come on the pod. Kelly, come on the pod.
I think I look at it, and I'm just like...
Kelly's tall, too.
How tall, man? I'm 6'1".
5'7", 5'9".
Is that
one of the two?
Is that tall for a woman?
Hell yeah.
How? Because I guess for me, because my girl tall, so it's like.
What's your girl?
I would say she's like in a 5'7"-ish, 5'8"-ish.
That's Kelly Stamps.
But I look down on my girl though, like you know what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, when we said she's tall, we talking about as far as a woman. She's not like 7'8" like LeBron James. Like 6'1" short in the NBA. But we're not talking about NBA. 6'1" for regular guys, especially in China. Shout out to the Chinese.
This the second episode you did?
I don't know why. Stop the Asian hate.
Yeah, man, please though, please.
Nah, for real.
Please
Facts.
stop dating. So I guess Kelly stands in people of her I guess profession. You see these young kids, AMP and stuff like that. These, well, not young kids, but these young men, AMP, 20, 21 years old, 25, 27, and you're just like, whoa. And these guys are, it seems like living a free life. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though it's a lot of work.
Yeah, they're working.
It may even be some scandal here and there. It may even be some type of things that may be misunderstood in the public. But it's like, hey.
It's inspirational.
In some factors.
Yeah.
So I think Kelly Stance. I'm gonna get you on the podcast.
Shout out to Kelly.
I don't think I can. You got to pay your own plane ticket if you can.
Well, she flies planes.
I don't think she flies. I don't think she will fly herself here, in the sense of flying the plane here.
Why not?
You will be taken care of food wise. I'll pay for your lunch.
Okay, yeah. One lunch. Man say food wise. We're gonna take you for dinner, breakfast.
No, lunch, happy hour, lunch.
As soon as you see us, we're gonna have some snacks. Some peanuts in a bowl.
And stuff like that, man. But nah, man. Anything else you want to share about inspiration and things like that? Like
man, that man Steph Curry, so inspirational.
You still you in 2023. I feel you, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this, man. Make sure y'all go and get some inspiration, man. Get like some people that y'all can don't overlook inspiration that's in your backyard. You want to look for the big inspiration, like Oprah. You know, he likes saying Oprah all the time.
No, Oprah is definitely inspirational.
She is inspirational. I love
reading
Oprah.
books is also inspirational.
Your mama is also inspirational as well. Go talk to your mama. I ain't talking about mama. I'm talking to them about their mama. No. You know what I mean? Go talk to your mama. She's inspirational. She had you in high school.
Not all y'all mamas.
Exactly. She had y'all in 10th grade and was able to go to college and have a job and supply for most of y'all. Because, you know, teenage mom.
Oh, shout out to the teenage mom.
That came out and they did everything and they got everything they get. You know what I mean? And now look at them now.
But not shout out to the other teenage moms or the other trash moms out there. So
yeah,
we're making a very clear distinction. Not all moms.
The good ones, right?
The good ones.
Okay, man. Y'all have a good rest of the week, man. Blessings.